My name is Ben Steele, and my company is Pizza John's. I wanted to start out by saying I did this project a little bit differently than what was expected. So instead of using a made up company and talking about what we could do, I actually chose to do a real company. And all of these things I've been trying to do them throughout the course of this project. So for 60 plus years, my family's been running a restaurant in Essex called Pizza John's. We've always been exclusively a dine-in and carry-out business. No online ordering, no delivery, no Uber Eats, anything like that. We do, however, sell our bake-at-home pizzas, which are the same pizzas we sell in the restaurant. Just we cook them halfway, and basically they're ready for the customer to put in the oven. The concept really took off when COVID first shut down basically everything, and everyone was locked inside. And we had an overwhelming request to ship our pizza, so I knew something had to be done. So business models and leaders, we looked at frozen food giants like DiGiorno's Pizza, Tombstone's Pizzas, and we noticed that their factories were shutting down. This was during COVID, so they left a giant hole in the market. So we looked towards our local places that had been selling food online for a couple of years now, and it was Conrad's, Crabs, and Phillips that really caught our attention. So we ordered from them. We bought a couple of their crab cakes, had them shipped to the house, noticed what kind of packaging they were using, what kind of like gel packs, the ice packs they were using to keep everything fresh and frozen, especially in the mail, because that's FedEx is a dangerous place when like for anything fragile. And we discovered the Jimmy's Seafood. They had exactly what we wanted, and we ended up going with basically the same thing that they're doing. So organizationally, after talking to a lawyer, there's no issues legally as long as the customer is willing to accept all the risks. We did assign some new management for this. A distribution manager was named in order to handle the inventory, material management, facilitation of production, allocation of resources, technical knowledge, customer service, marketing. And we needed to train a whole bunch of new staff in order to handle this fulfillment because they had to be able to pack the orders, make sure the quality was kept. So we had to have quality control, and we also needed lots of collaboration with our marketing team. That way we could produce effective ad campaigns. So for the infrastructure, basically we started with a WordPress website that had a few plugins. WordPress is a wonderful product, but it could be a pain and a nightmare to get working because you need all these plugins. So using WooCommerce, it's the store plugin. It allowed us to assign unique SKU numbers for each product and variation, and for inventory, we had a tracking system that was created, and for the payment processor, we just used PayPal because it's one that everyone knows and trusts. And a FedEx business account was also created in order to handle all of our logistics. So they come and pick up every day. All right, so for logistics, shipping is very difficult to accurately price across an entire country. So the simple solution I came up with was to divide the country into 8 zones going from east to west, and this broke it up into about 5 to 10 states per zone. Then I averaged the cost to ship to 5 random zip codes in each of the zones, and assigning that average to the zone for the price. So when a customer places an order, each of the delivery addresses provided is cross-referenced to the map, and then a flat rate price for that zone is charged. So FedEx pickups are manually placed every single day that we have orders, and then they handle the rest. So logistics continued. Recently, I gave the company ShipStation a try. I've been hearing their ads, so I figured, all right, well, let's see what they can do, because we were wasting too much time manually creating and like our shipping labels. So on the right hand side, you can see this is FedEx's portal. This is what we would have to use every single time we got an order. Enter in line by line all the information. It took way too long. So ShipStation's on the bottom, and you can see these are all the orders from last week. And if we press one button instead, now we get all of our packing slips, and we get all of our pick lists and all of our shipping labels all in one shot. So we press that, everything prints out automatically. Absolutely love it. So differentiating from the competition, I would say that marketing is key. Marketing is number one. The number one driver of sales, and without marketing, you're not going to have any customers. So we use a variety of techniques. We use the radio. We use Google Ads, like key term searches, Facebook, Instagram. We run billboards, and all kinds of stuff like holiday promotions and deals. Etc. And we also differentiate in the products that we buy. So we have new holiday merch. We have collaborations to companies like Live Oak, Puppy Love, Charm City Skate Shop. And by making these obscure, eye-grabbing items, such as a Pizza John skateboard, of course, they're not really profitable and they're not really there to generate a bunch of sales, but they're more to drive traffic to the website and get people interested in creating a hype around a brand. So yeah, these are the two current ad campaigns that we're running, and the collaborations on the left, and then an in-house deal on the right. So current and future plans. Currently, I am rebuilding the entire website, and it's been a long process, but we're trying to switch from WooCommerce to Shopify. The benefits of the switch: the user experience is much better on Shopify, and it's a lot easier to customize. I can implement mobile commerce, and it's really a lot better for non-programmers. But one of the biggest constraints is definitely the increase in costs to operate this. So we're going to need more sales to cover that. And it's a larger scale switch, so it's very time consuming because I'm the only person that's doing it. But the goal is to have a reliable, autonomous e-commerce machine. And I'm hoping to gain a better reporting so that we can get proper price analysis, make sure all of our costs are in line so that we can absolutely make sure that our bottom line is perfect. Implement threshold shipping. That's another one. So that way, you go to a website, you might say free shipping over $50. That's what a threshold shipping is. And it's very important because most people will not buy something if they have to pay for shipping. With the old and with the new, on the left is the Pizza John's store that we currently are running. If you look, you can see that the contrast really is not there with some of these little menu items. And if I go to the actual store, there's just a bunch of repeat information down here. If I go to the online store, like with all of our merch and stuff, that same ugly banner follows us here. And it's really not a good user experience, and it's hard to customize because everything runs on a plugin. So going back to the new website, this is what I've been working on for actually basically the whole weekend. First thing you notice is that the color scheme, everything matches our logo. There's a video in the background on the home page, and when you go through all the menus, everything it's a lot smoother, a lot easier to navigate through. Much more user-friendly experience, and I think that this is the best way to go. Now, customers will also be able to create accounts, so that way they can. It'll just help them expedite the shipping process because it'll store their credit card information, shipping, billing address, all that stuff, and that also allows us to have buy now buttons on certain products. That way, they press that, and it'll automatically go through. So, like I was also saying earlier, mobile commerce is a huge part of this website. So I have tried to make sure that, give me 1 second so I can find out where it is. Here we go. So if I change the view over to mobile, then you can see everything still fits properly. And it looks good on mobile. Even the video will start playing and everything works. If I go to our master for 1 second, if you can look on the left side, these are all of our sales channels. So the online store is what we were just going through. Buy button, so you can integrate this with basically any website. And Facebook and Instagram, that's the big one. So that people who are on our pages, they can automatically see the store, so that it's visible when they're searching through and looking at our posts. And Google allows us to run ads basically right on the search engine, so that when you press Google Shop, you can check out right there without having to go to the website. So this has been my presentation. I hope that you all enjoyed it and hopefully may have learned something.